Hey y'all, how you perking? I hope you're perking good. So, y'all asked for it. The virus. The Rona. Gotta be careful with what I say here. A lot of people have been asking, is it completely natural? Was it planned? You know, all of these kinds of questions. We get all kinds of contradictions around it all the time. And so that's what this video is for today. We're doing a dedicated video for it. However, before we even get started, before we even intro it up over here, I went ahead and printed out the little blurb that I wrote on my community tab yesterday, and I want to read it here because I've heard a lot of y'all say that you don't get to see my community tab posts for some reason. I don't know if you can't see it or if it just doesn't show up in your YouTube feed. I'm not sure, but just in case there were a lot of people who didn't get to see it that would benefit from hearing this, I have printed it out and I'm going to read to you what I wrote on my post yesterday, because this is very important to the video that we're about to do today and to a couple of videos that will be sprinkled in over the next few weeks. Okay? All right. So, so, percolators, I said, please consider my stance. One reason why I stated in my election update video that I don't have a political alignment and am not a fan of either candidate is because I didn't want people mistaking me as promoting one agenda or another. That being said, I don't just take any old video request. I read tarot on things I'm interested in. One of my interests currently is looking into what may be true and what may be a lie, because we hear slash see so many contradictions, and I can't read. My aim in doing some controversial videos is not to blindly support conspiracies, but is to see what the cards have to say about whether these topics have any truth to them or whether they are 100% fabrications. As usual, anything my cards say about these topics is all alleged. Please know that these video ideas are purely out of curiosity and not as a means to spread political propaganda one direction or another. Please also understand that I cannot police the comments sections for such. I do ask, however, that everyone remain respectful and tolerant of each other's opinions so that we can be as mature as possible in this percolator family, understanding that we are all different people who see the world in different ways. Let's hold space for that. Thank you, much love. So I just wanted to read that out because I think that is a really important disclaimer to put on this video. All right, I got sticky spit. Let me drink my water, my LiQWYD. I'm being obnoxious. Obviously, in the U.S., we say LaCroix. But I think in other parts of the world, Canada, France, y'all get fancy and say LiQWYD or something like that. I can't do it in a beautiful way. So, anywho. Hello, y'all. Are you new here? Bless your little heart if you are. All right, y'all. I am a licensed mental health clinician as well as a spiritual intuitive. And in these videos, we do take a look at the tea using the tarot. These videos are always meant to be helpful, not hateful. So if you're down with that, please join the family here. I would love to have you. And let's go ahead and turn it on over to the cards and move this microphone right here. Yes. Okay. Let's move this female as well. Lord help me. Okay. Get some shuffled up here. So, the Rona. The virus here. I think I just made a sticky note fly. I did. It was a recipe for creamed cauliflower and cabbage. Yeah, sounds delicious to y'all. I bet not. But I like it. It fell on the floor. Hopefully a dog won't eat the recipe while I'm sitting here doing the cards. So, anywho, shuffling up. Let's look into this. I have done so many space protections and prayers before this to try to get the most accurate and insightful information that I can for all of y'all. On whether or not this was completely natural, whether or not this was man-made, whether or not this just naturally released itself across the globe, or whether this was created as a, biological weapon and released. There's all kinds of different thoughts on it, so I just want to take a look. Hopefully y'all can hear every time I whisper. I'm whispering because I'm hoping that means it won't get caught off. Let me take another sip. Hashtag not sponsored. Hashtag never been sponsored in my life. Okay. So let's see what we got. All right, Spirit, let us know. Interesting first card. Ooh, interesting second card. Fuck, man. Interesting third card. What are we going on here? Wow. Major Arcana, Major Arcana, Major Arcana, and guess what? Another Major Arcana. Are we gonna be 5 for 5? Oh, nope. We broke our spree, but that's okay. Okay, here. So, let's take a look. Let's see. Do we want any extra context here? Context. Of course we do. Of course we do. I want a little bit on everything because you know what? Can't hurt to get some extra context, I hope. Wow. Okay. Huh. Okay. So I'm getting a lot of things here. This is the world card in reverse, y'all. The world card in reverse. So this is something that did affect the entire world in a negative way, which is why this is coming up here. What we get here, though, interestingly enough, and before I even start any of all this, here we go again. This is all alleged. I said that a second ago in the big disclaimer. I'm saying it again. This is all alleged, okay? But I am seeing with this Knight of Pentacles, this is a sign of somebody kind of, I mean, look, this person is bringing something to the world, okay? So right off the bat, I would not suspect to say that this is 100% natural. Off the bat, I will say it doesn't look like that. There looks like there's some sort of involvement here with it, because if we go over here, High Priestess in reverse, talking about things that aren't quite dependable, things that aren't quite honest, things that aren't quite trustworthy, and here we have a team of people. So there's some sort of a team of people that are not completely honest, not completely trustworthy. So if I'm looking at this, to me, there is some sort of human manipulation going on. I'm just gonna say that. That there's just something that isn't 100% natural about this. I'm not gonna discount the whole natural idea just yet, because we're still reading into this, okay? So don't make up your mind just yet. We're still looking into this. Okay, so with the Star card here in reverse and the Ace of Cups here in reverse, it looks like this wasn't... It looks like people did not expect this to happen. So, I am seeing things here about people being involved some sort of way with this virus. However, when I'm seeing this, I'm telling you, it looks like people didn't expect it to go this way, didn't expect this to happen. So to me, I'm not seeing like, oh, something that was methodically planned and then methodically released at just this perfect time or something like that. I'm not seeing that. Okay? I'm not seeing that. Now, whether it could have been something that people knew about and maybe had some sort of knowledge of it, maybe had some sort of tampering with it in advance, possibly, but it doesn't look like it was meant to go right now. It doesn't look like this looks natural / accidental in some sort of ways. Okay? So let me go ahead and get another card on each of these just before I even get down here. All alleged. Okay? All alleged. Just making sure you're still awake. Alright. So here on, remember the world card, somebody kind of presenting it to the world, and here again we have another world. Here's somebody else holding a world card. This is somebody who is looking at the world and making plans. So there is some sort of a planned element to this. There's something about this that is planned. Something about the virus itself, that there was some sort of plan around it. People knew something about it, and there were some sort of ideas. And the thing is, it may not have been may not have been that people had some elaborate plan and a elaborate release. It could have been plans, as in, you know how sometimes you're like, oh yeah, hey, let's go hang out. Yeah, we should get together sometime. Yeah, that's a great plan. Bye. And so it's a plan, it's an idea, but it's not really a super developed idea. It could be like that, okay? It could be that some people had some thoughts and some feels about it and maybe wanted to explore some things about it, and maybe put a little bit of effort in here and there into that exploration, but that it didn't, get super sophisticated and super involved in a way that some people are conjecturing has happened. Okay? I'm taking a lot of sips of water because I'm nervous enough that my mouth is dry. This is a very nerve-wracking reading to do. I'm anxious about it. So on this card here, where we're talking about a team of people that not really trustworthy or honest, here we get the Lovers card, which is interesting. Lovers card, like that to me would mean that there were people working on this that were closely related, either people that were like partners, or, I mean, it would be hilarious with it being the Lovers card if it was literally like lovers, like, partners as in romantic partners. That would be funny. I don't know. I'm just saying stuff. I'm just saying it just because it's here. It may not have been that. It could be people that are just like colleagues. What is going on here with this hair? People that are just colleagues. But I do see some sort of a partnership going on looking into this. I'll get to that in a minute. I just want to keep on going on this. So there was some idea that they were moving forward with. And then there was something that happened that caused some sort of tensions or conflicts, or something didn't go the way it was supposed to go. And that kind of interrupted what they were doing some sort of way. Not sure what that exactly means. Ooh, the Moon card in reverse, that talks about information coming out. So to me, there would be information about this. I don't know that this was presented mainstream, though, because I haven't heard anything like this myself. So I don't know with the moon card in reverse, this is about information getting out there. So either information already is out there about this, and we just don't know where to look, or information will come out about this and hasn't come out yet, but it will later. So I do see that people, I don't see that this was something that nobody knew about and that boom, it just popped out of nature, out of nowhere, and people are like, oh, what is this? Like, I think people knew what this was and knew about it. They were aware of it and they were looking into it, researching it, monitoring it or something, some kind of way. There was something known about it already, and there was something that was planned about it some sort of way, even if that's loosely. Like I said, I don't want to, misconstrue that and say that there was some big, huge, nefarious plan or anything. I don't know that. I'm not saying that from the cards just yet. And remember, this is all alleged, right? So let me go back into this little plan stack before I even get over there. Ooh. Death card in reverse. Are we serious? Ten of Pentacles. Really? Shoot. Okay, I'm trying to watch what I say because I already said an F-bomb in this video once today. Whoops. Death card in reverse. In terms of plans, I'm just reading what I'm seeing, y'all. I'm just reading what I'm seeing. And I distinctly chose not to read into all the little whatever Reddit threads or whatever there is out there that people can go down rabbit holes. I did not go down rabbit holes because I was like, you know what? No, because I might confuse myself and I don't want to do that. So, but this, with the death card in reverse, it looks like they were probably expecting more people to pass on than actually did. And I'm not saying that a lot of people haven't passed and are still passing from it. People have passed and they are still passing. This is a deadly thing, y'all. I'm not getting anything from these cards that says that this viral thing is fake. I'm not getting that from the cards. It's real. It's real and it's deadly. They expected it to be more deadly though. Which, don't know. Maybe it's by what, like I said, somebody knew something about it. So to me, there was something that they knew about it and they thought it was more deadly. With the Ten of Pentacles here, this is about money. Some way, shape, or form, money is involved in this. I know we don't like hearing that. And I know that sounds conspiratorial. Don't know if I can say that word out loud. But some sort of way there is money involved in this. And this is even on the card, you see a man and his wife, and here's like, a family kind of feel or whatever. But I don't know if that's important or not, but I'm just saying that there's money involved in this some sort of way. This is saying a burden and responsibilities that weren't worth it. So whatever they feel like they did and worked on, it turned out not worth it. So there was a hope that things would have gone a different way. That might be a good thing. That might be a not so good thing. I'm not sure, but there was a hope that things would go a different way. And it might be because maybe these people were expecting to make more money some kind of way, and then the way that all of this went down meant that now their profits got stunted, cut short, eliminated altogether. I don't know. So here is the card we usually get for walking away. So it looks like now these people are kind of walking away from this idea. They're feeling like crap. We kind of have to abandon this idea. This isn't really going to work out, and we're not really going to be able to make our money off of this. So to me, there is some element of this that is a bit opportunistic. So again, real virus, deadly, somewhat accidentally released, or somewhat accidentally evolved, or somewhat not intended to go this way, or to come out now, or to whatever. There was something that they were like, wait, no. And they can't put the horse back in the stable. It's already out, kind of thing. So there was some kind of a form of that going on. But this shows that people are like, crap. And so there was some sort of something at stake financially over this. Some sort of plan, whether it was, a super good plan or just a kind of loose hope and dream. There was some sort of hope about this. So yeah, there was prior knowledge about this, and there was some sort of involvement in this. I don't see this as being the way it was presented to us on TV. I don't. That being said, I am not seeing, I've heard people say, like, either this far extreme that's exactly what we were told on mainstream is exactly what happened, and then I've heard this far extreme of nothing that we've been told is real, and it's all one big lie, and everything is a sham, and this, that, and it looks here to me that neither of these extremes are actually true, that the truth is in the middle of the two, okay, is what it's looking like here. Allegedly, that the truth is in the middle. So here we go. Remember about didn't mean for it to kind of come out the way it did, didn't expect for it to come out the way that it did. Judgment card in reverse, talking about this situation will get seen and judged because people saw that something didn't look right about it, didn't smell right about it, it didn't pass the sniff test some sort of way. Again, we get this partnership. What is with this partnership? Something about partnerships, because I got that over there too. Okay, Page of Wands talking about some message about Queen of Wands energy. So there's somebody who in the tarot is presenting female. It could be an actual female, or it can be a feminine energy within a male. But I'm seeing this person, I'm going to say she just because of the card being a queen, that there's some person and she is fairly powerful, and she would have been disappointed by how this went down. Because that's our disappointment card. And again, because of some element of money. So there is something about money here. There was money to be made by this plan or this viral thing. Again, I am not saying that the extremist viewpoint in either direction is true, because what I'm seeing here in my cards allegedly is that it's a mix between the truth is somewhere in the middle is what it's looking like here. But I am clearly seeing some sort of a partnership. I'm clearly seeing some kind of a way that people were hoping this would go and it didn't, and that there was money at stake, and now there's disappointment about it. So I am seeing that. I'm clearly seeing that. Okay? Because here's the Sun card and here's the Strength card, both of which are Sun and Leo and fire type energies right here in an upright position. And so this is us as the society being like, so this is saying that how this was supposed to go, we didn't react the way to it that they intended for us to react. Like, people thought we would react some kind of way. And it seems like at first maybe we did, but then, at first maybe we did. Month 1, month 2, month 3. But by month 4, people started crossing their arms to it and thinking differently about it. So to me, this is looking like people kind of seeing through things and feeling like something just isn't quite right here. And it seems like that is true, that something isn't quite right here about the situation. Doesn't mean it was all some conspiracy. but it doesn't mean that it was all exactly as was presented to us either. Exactly as currently is presented to us either. There's something here that people are sniffing out because there's something not quite right. So family card, magician card, okay, temperance card. What this looks like is there was supposed to be some kind of a way that families maybe would have gotten a little bit more hit or struggled a little bit more, but by some sort of way that didn't happen. And because the temperance card is kind of a, in this case, I'm just reading what I'm seeing again, all alleged. In this case, this is kind of, I mean, look at it. It's like an angel coming in and restoring balance. So it's almost like this, there was an element here of divine intervention, where the universe has some universal balance, and it's like there was some sort of a balance here that kept it from being what it could have been. Y'all can believe that if you want to believe that. Y'all don't have to believe that. All of this is your prerogative to say, yes, I feel like this resonates, or no, this is total bullshit. You know, either way, it's fine because I respect your opinion, and I respect you to have the right to see things differently than what the cards are presenting. But this is just what I'm getting from the cards. So, to me, that's what I'm seeing. And when I say divine intervention, that can just mean like how I'm getting these interpretations from my guides as I'm reading. It could just mean that there are people, places, things that were getting channeled things from their guides, and they were making decisions and acting accordingly that helped things not go the way that they maybe originally would have gone had, would have gone had these people gotten their way, what they would have preferred to have happened. So I am seeing that. Here, this is people kind of fighting back, and people who are, because this was my classic quarantine card, and it's in reverse. So there are people fighting back that don't want to be in quarantine and are resisting that. And with the Wheel of Fortune card, oh gosh, the Wheel of Fortune card is kind of saying that this is saying that if there were to be people trying to maybe say, oh, it's coming back and it's gonna do whatever, you know, this time. This is kind of saying that there would be some sort of a fated happening where people kind of, more people than not, would just be like, yeah, okay. You know, more people than not would be a bit resistant to that idea and wouldn't be as worried about it the second go round as they were the first go round. So I see people being a little less worried. Here with the Seven of Cups, this is kind of like, you know, things aren't what they seem. That's the classic card for things aren't what they seem. So there are a lot of people that will be starting to think that this doesn't add up and this doesn't make sense, and they would be, this is mental clarity moment, you know, this is my Eureka card. So these are people that would be like, you know, no, I think I've changed my thoughts on this. I think I've changed my thinking on this. I can, you know, and even if this means that there are people out there that are like, yeah, I still want to take measures to be safe and to keep other people safe, but I'm not going to freak out about it the way I freaked out about it the first time. You know, if this were to, you know, come up again, because some people have been alluding to the fact that maybe in the fall or winter, the scare of it may come up again, kind of thing. And the way I'm looking at it here, it's looking like if that scare were to come up again, people wouldn't be as, you know, Chicken Little, sky is falling about it as they were originally. I don't think the fear would work quite as well that time around on this, if that were to happen. Let's see what that's about. Okay, interesting. So I'm seeing some sort of anxiety and not getting what we want with this Seven of Pentacles card. So this to me seems like there will still be elements of people not getting what they want around this for a considerable amount of time, because this is like my card about the watch pot never boils. So it's like people who are not keen on all of these new regulations around, you know, social distancing, mask wearing, things like that. It seems like those things will be around for a while. That's what this card is saying. So even if technically things aren't going to be as scary or as bad as they were initially from the first jolt of this, there will still be some lasting, I guess, policy changes and things like that as a result of this, and in ways that I think people will not really react well to or take fondly to, is what it looks like. Kind of heated debates or communication about it. People feeling like, you know, screw this. I'm gonna do my own thing. I'm gonna do it my own way. I can't live like this. Like, I do see people starting to form their own opinions about this and kind of unplugging from what we get told around it and kind of going their own way about it, for better or worse, is what it kind of looks like. Oh. Okay. So, what I'm getting here on top of this is that heartbreak card that I've told you about. And honestly, this heartbreak card and some of these cards that I have are things that have come up before in some of my readings about 2020 and the next year or so to come. And so it looks like that it is a possibility in here that something might come up that will negatively impact families, that may make people worry or change their mind on things. So it's possible that there may be something that kind of comes out of the woodwork around this that is kind of pressuring people to look at things a certain way by dangling their family on a string. So it could be like, do this because you wouldn't want to, hurt your grandparents, or do this because if you don't, your kids can't do X, Y, and Z, or, like things like that, where there's a little bit more of an upsurge of, concern that comes up by using connections, family, friends, connections, and things as a means to help shift people's perspective on this, for better or worse. All alleged. Down here, Queen of Swords in reverse, Page of Cups upright. Let's see what's going on here. King of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. Dang. Okay then. So this is looking like that regardless of kind of what gets discussed and how this evolves, there are people who just really are changing how they think and feel about this. This is people that are like, I'm confused. I'm not sure anymore. I thought I knew how to feel, but I'm not sure anymore. This is like, you know what? Emotionally, this doesn't affect me the same way. This is people who are like, listen here, I've got I've got to figure out myself financially. I've got to figure out my money stuff. You know, I can't be affected by this. Y'all are taking away my livelihood, and I can't have that. That kind of a thing. People getting frustrated about that and feeling like they have to move forward with career because otherwise, you know, what are they going to do? It's not like y'all have given us a whole lot of financial assistance, at least here in this country. So what are we going to do? Kind of thing. And so people having this real, again, kind of like what came up in that September reading that I just posted. And I don't know if y'all are familiar with these readings that I'm talking about, because I don't know if you've gotten notified about them, but they're here on my channel if you want to check them out. But having to kind of get pulled between, do I do the thing that emotionally is making me feel like this is what I need emotionally, or do I do the thing that this is what I feel like I have to do financially to stay stable, you know? And people kind of getting, you know, stretched between a rock and a hard place with this. And here we go with the Hierophant, which usually is my government card, institution card, things of that nature, saying that it is possible that there may be some institutions or governments that do more with helping and assistance. I don't know if that applies to the U.S., since they haven't done that so far, but it looks like somewhere across the world, because this is a worldwide issue, there may be some assistance to come and help with that for people who are having those kind of struggles. Yeah, that's exactly what that's saying. So woo, this is a big one. This is a doozy so far. A lot going on here. Yeah. What are your thoughts about this? Is this feeling like what you kind of thought all along? Is all of this like, woo, this is not exactly what I thought. Wow. No. I don't know what to think about this. I want to process this. You know, what are your thoughts? Again, let me reiterate. First of all alleged. And second of all, it's between the two extremes. The people that believe this way and the people that believe this way, it seems like they're both a bit off, and that the truth, according to the cards, is somewhere in the middle about it. What I think I'll do is I'll give this a try. I think that we've been going on now for almost 40 minutes, so that's a considerable amount of time. So I will wrap this up here, but maybe when I cut off this video recording, I'll just switch a new one on and just, you know, explore a little bit more, just a little bit more, to look into a few more curiosities about it for kind of a short little extras type video that I'll put up for the Perk Squad members. So I'll just do it like a tiny little bit of extras. Of course, the bulk of everything we discussed here is here in this video. So certainly no pressure to go over there and take a look at that. But I think I'll do that. I'll just do like a little extended for anybody that's like, we could just keep going and going and going, you know, I don't want it to be over. I could keep going and going and going. Remember here, this is the awakening card, awakening. Okay, anyway, it just flipped out while I was like literally just shuffling it up. But for anybody that's like, no, I just want to, you know, there's sometimes y'all people are like, hey, I just want it to last a little bit longer. So I'm like, okay, well, here's an option. Here's a way to make it last a little bit longer for the people who want it to last a little bit longer, but then cut it short for all the people who are like, bitch, you've been talking for 40 minutes already. Cut it out and shut it up. So there, maybe that's a way to make everybody happy. Strike a difference. So for anybody that's not a Perk Squad member and you wanted to be, so you can see the extended, click the join button next to the subscribe button, or look into the description box below for a link that says how to join the Perk Squad. Also, as you see over here, if you want to book a private reading with me, look in the description box. There's a link there so that you can schedule it by yourself if that's what you're interested in. Other than that, percolators, Again, please be kind in the comments. People have different beliefs, and that's okay. There's no reason for anybody with any beliefs to yell and tell the other people that they're so wrong and they're tired of seeing those beliefs floating around or anything like that, because technically none of us know the actual truth. So none of us really have the right to be saying that to anybody else. So please, 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 I know that y'all will do that. I trust y'all to do that because the Percolator family is absolutely wonderful. So thank y'all for that. And Perk Squad, I'm going to catch you in a second. You'll see the extended video up probably shortly after this. So we'll take a look at it. Maybe I'll dare look into the vaccines. Oh God, I don't know about that. We'll see. Anywho, whew, don't be a stranger. Come back and see me, and I will talk at you later, y'all. Bye. Love you, mean it. Love you, mean it. Bye, percolators.